10 amazing things to do when visiting Lake Bled, Slovenia. Central Europe is home to some of the most beautiful destinations in our world, and northwestern Slovenia lays the stunning Lake Bled, an area full of history and breathtaking sights begging to be explored. Featuring clear blue water and a small island that contains a charming church, this magnificent tourist destination has something for everyone to enjoy. While the lake itself is not very big due to it being the result of the melting of a glacier, its surrounding mountainous scenery and plethora of activities more than make up for its size. Let's take a look at the best activities you can enjoy during your visit. Number 1. Visit the Lake Bled Castle. Lake Bled's luscious land is home to the deeply historic Bled Castle. Bled Castle is the oldest castle in Slovenia and overlooks the lake as well as the town of Bled itself. The castle has been converted into a popular tourist attraction with a historic printing press that contains almost all of its original components. There's also a wine cellar, museum, and a restaurant. All of these are not only great places to visit for their history, but they're also a path to some excellent views and delectable meals. Number 2. Visit the Lake Bled Church. Remember that little island we mentioned before? Its name is Bleski Otok, and the church built on it is known as the Church of Assumption of Mary. The fairy tale-worthy church has been there since the 17th century, although it is believed that an earlier version existed in the 12th century before the current one was built. One of the many draws of this church is the fact that all visitors have to climb 99 steps to reach it, after initially arriving on the island. The church contains a terrace that is home to a cafe where visitors may enjoy food and drink, as well as a much-needed rest after climbing those 99 steps. And as they rest, they'll have a truly breathtaking view of the path they ascended. Number 3. Ring the wishing bell. Among the people of Bled, there is a legend that if you make a wish and ring the Church of Assumption Mary's bell after you traverse those 99 steps, your wish will come true. This legend started when the Pope needed a new bell made and installed after the original bell was lost. It had been placed aboard a boat, transporting it from lands across the lake to the church. Unfortunately, the bell was destroyed in a storm, and as a result, the bell sunk to the bottom of the lake. This has led to almost a constant ringing of the church bell that you'll likely hear as soon as you arrive at the lake, because everyone's got at least one wish they want to come true. Number 4. Take a stroll around the lake. Lake Bled isn't the biggest location on Earth, but what it lacks in size it more than makes up for in beauty. Having doubts? This will be undeniable after you take a leisurely stroll around the lake and take in all of the jaw-dropping views from the many different angles. Even with frequent stops to take in the magnificent views, the walk shouldn't take you much longer than an hour and a half. If that still seems like too long of a walk for you, there are bicycles that you can rent that can cut down on the time it takes, but it may also limit your ability to take in the amazing views. Number 5. Hike to Mala Osojnica. If you're more into a good hike than a leisurely walk, there's a popular trail with your name on it. It goes through the surrounding mountains until you arrive at a large staircase in the woods. The long staircase doesn't quite rival the length of the one at the church, but regardless, there's a resting bench at the top, with a great view of the lake. Depending on the person, some may turn back here and head down and enjoy the amenities surrounding the lake. If you hike up a little while longer, however, you will arrive at the true Mala Osojnica viewpoint. A popular theme around Lake Bled is rewarding tourists for the effort they put in to take in the once-in-a-lifetime views, and this location is no different. The view from Mala Osojnica is absolutely breathtaking and is undoubtedly the best view you can achieve, making it a popular activity with locals and tourists alike. Number 6. Swim in the lake. Although Lake Bled is the result of the melting of a glacier, it's not as cold as some may expect. Ever since melting, Lake Bled has been fed by spring water that comes from the surrounding area. This is a big difference from the usual streams or rivers that feed into a lake. Many of the springs located in the northern parts of the lake are naturally heated. Hence, as a result, the water in the lake is warm and great for swimming. Whether you're old or young, this is an activity many love to partake in, and it can make your day out all the more relaxing. Number 7. Try the infamous Bled cream cake. If you have a sweet tooth and are someone who enjoys a nice dessert, make sure you go out and get yourself a Bled cream cake. While the official name of the cake is kremenschnitte, it is known as Bled cream cake to locals and tourists alike. This is because the cake originated in Bled and is specific to the area. If you need something to wash the cake down, the Bled cake is often enjoyed with a nice warm coffee while looking at the stunning views. Number 8. Stay the night. Although a trip to Lake Bled makes a great day trip, Maybe you're somebody who just can't get enough of the scenery and relaxing atmosphere and want to stay an extra night or so. Well, you're in luck, because there are many options to choose from, all depending on your personal preferences and financial situations. The hotels in Bled can start from as low as £46 to as high as £1,000+ per night. If hostels are more your style, they are also the cheapest option. If you want to stay in a dorm-like bed, that can be done for under £10 a night, with private rooms starting at around £25. If you would like to continue the relaxation into the night, there is also a campsite to enjoy. Number 9. Stop by Lake Bohinj. After spending time taking in all of Lake Bled's marvelous sights, you should check out 2 of its neighboring and equally beautiful locations. While Slovenia is covered in countless historical and visually appealing hotspots, there are a few closely in reach of Lake Bled that would be perfect to top off your trip. Just a 30-minute drive from Lake Bled is Lake Bohinj, which has its own host of activities like Lake Bled. Some of the top activities are as follows. Taking part in water sports. Lake Bohinj is a popular water sport destination for tourists, to such an extent that there is a store dedicated to selling the necessary tools. So if you visit on a nice sunny day, don't be shy and take a dip or a paddle. It's one of the most fun things on the list, and you might even make some friends while doing so. Take a hike to Postojna Gorge. Postojna Gorge is a 7-mile hike that takes you through a beautiful, small, and easy-to-access gorge that will take your breath away at every stop with some of the nicest views provided by any gorge in Europe. The Postojna Gorge is also home to the Devil's Bridge, a remarkable piece of craftsmanship, which provides a clear view of the surrounding woods. It takes a nice little hike that will take a few hours, and there will be countless pretty views on the way. Ride the cable car. There's a cable car that takes you to Vogel, and the experience is unmatched. Not only do you get a truly remarkable view of the Julian Alps, but you also have many choices for different scenic hikes, as well as perfect stops to snap some amazing pictures of the landscapes around you. Just make sure to pack some food and water if you're planning on tackling one of these hikes, because although they aren't that long, you wouldn't want to be an hour away from the cable car with nothing to eat or drink. Check out Savica Waterfall. The Savica Waterfall is one of the most iconic and beautiful attractions in the whole of Slovenia, and it brings in thousands of tourists from across the world every year. In a short hike that would take about an hour there and back, you can visit the waterfall in person and bear witness to its breathtaking views. Seeing it on the screen truly doesn't do the site justice. You'll have to check it out in person to properly respect not only its own beauty, but that of the stream that feeds into Lake Bled. Yes, that's right, this waterfall is the source of Lake Bled's constant water supply. The two are so deeply interconnected that it'd be a shame not to visit. Number 10. Visit the Postojna Caves and Predjama Castle. Lake Bohinj is just one of many attractions surrounding Lake Bled. If you're willing to travel just a slight distance further, you can find the Predjama Castle and Postojna Caves right next to each other, a little over an hour's drive away. These are both amazing and interesting places with their own unique history, of which you'll receive a full tour for a relatively small entrance fee. In Predjama Castle, you can take an audio tour that will last around an hour, giving you a history of each room you enter, guiding you in a tailored experience to assist you in getting the most out of your visit. As you go through the castle, you'll be fed some interesting facts and information by the audio guide, and will be able to see some great views of the surrounding area. Oh, and did we mention that it's built in a cave? Yeah, you heard me right. The castle is spectacular, and definitely a must-visit when you're in the area. When it comes to Postojna Caves, they truly deserve their worldwide appreciation, not only for their beauty, but incredible and unusual formations. You're taken there underground in a train, and are given a tour of the many rock and mineral formations, and even the unique animals that inhabit the cave. The coolest of these is the olm, also known as Proteus anguinus, which is the only species of chordate in Europe that is known to exclusively dwell in caves. All this and more will be explained to you in detail in the guided tour, which, thanks to the huge amount of tourists that visit every year, has been perfected into as much of a value-packed trip as possible. So these have been our picks for what to do during your visit to one of the most beautiful places in Europe. It is truly a remarkable destination and well worth checking out if it isn't in your plans already. Not just the notorious Lake Bled, but also its surrounding locations too. They're all excellent tourist spots and provide some amazing experiences. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, show us your support by giving it a like, and subscribe for more content like it. Thank you for watching, and safe travels.